Okay, I think we are back after not being able to code for a couple of days. So hopefully today we'll be able to make work that code that we worked on last time, specifically those forms in React which were not working. So let's get right into it, and hopefully we'll have a good coding session. If you are working on your, if you're just watching this video and you're wondering like, who am I, what are you watching? So I have been on a journey of learning to code over the past few years. I started from zero, and now I'm basically finishing my last project as a full stack developer. And I'm basically just here learning in public and sharing what I'm learning along the way. So let's get right into it. Even if you're just working on your smaller, simple homework or your first homework or even whatever math homework, just put me on mute, put me to the side, and let's get right into it. Let's try to knock out at least an hour, maybe 2 hours of coding right now. So let's get right into it. First thing I want to do is cd into the correct directory here. So that will be final project. And I do want to go ahead, I have a virtual environment here, so that's source, teleport, okay, I think it's bin, activate. Clear that out, and yeah, here I have all my stuff. So Python, let's start ahead and just run a quick server here. Okay. And I'm just trying to load here your comments, the chat for the stream. I can answer any comments here. Running here OBS, I'm not really sure how, where, what. Let's see here. Alright, so let's get right into coding here. So let's take a look at what we have so far. Something that's unable to connect. Maybe that's because I haven't defined my index page over there. No, that's not why. Let's see. Ooh, so that's not working. Let me see how I can make this work. I actually don't know. It could be I have to run this on a browser to get an actual link. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I think it has to do with the network that I'm on right now, which does not allow for this type of connection. So I'm gonna try and load this on my code space. Hold, bear with me here. Yeah, here. Let's try this, see if it works. Yeah, we'll get out of here for now. And just basically try to code using the browser here. It's really the same thing, but I like using the app. And just bear with me here, like so. Okay, something is not loading here, right? Wait a second, try again. I mean, it says that it's working, but it doesn't seem like it's working. Maybe there's an issue with Safari. No, let's try Firefox. Something here is not loading. You know, one of these has to work. I mean, yeah, something is not working right over here. It's hard to diagnose all this stuff on the go. See, over here it loads fine. And if I wanted to go to my project, final, and then see that, cd, or source, this, mesh by run server. Yeah, I think if you run this in a web browser, it will give you an actual address. Oh, here it works. Okay, great. So we got it to work somehow. Here's still loading, get that out. Okay. So we left the last time on this feedback over here. So we did kind of got it to work, at least to show here a form where you can input stuff and a way to display all those feature suggestions. So the next thing I want to do is say hello to Achal Sharma. Hello, sir. Okay, so the next thing we need to do here is basically this would be like the get part of our let me show you. So this would be like the get part of our all these cards that are already in the database. Those are all like a get request, and this is a post request. So basically what we're showing here is that whatever code we have, which is fetching via get request from the server, it's all working right. And now we got to work on this here to make sure this is working right. Let's see how we can do that. Let's see, so last time we left somewhere over here, so we have the new feedback, if request method equals post, user ID. Okay, let's try running here our console as well. Inspect. Yeah, so let's try to run our console here as well. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to fill something in here. So this is let's just call this a test. Testing and suggest a feature. And we're getting this error here. Why we get an error? Let's find out. So this display here is interesting because this is coming from like this pop-up, which is a JavaScript error pop-up. So we have some code written in here which is triggering it. I think it's this over here. It's this piece of code right here. So it'll say error and then it'll tell us what the error is. So right now it is not telling us what the error is, which could be that somehow we're not capturing it somewhere. Somewhere we're not capturing it, and over here it's very hard to know. It's very hard to know here what exactly went wrong. It doesn't really tell us. All it says is there's an unexpected character at line 3, column 1 of the JSON data. And so, what are we returning from the server? I believe we're returning something from over here. So we're doing some try except, right? So we're trying something. Perhaps we're not successful. I just want to double check in my my database that so if we go into the database, Python managed by shell, and then from feedback import all. It should have said from, I think it was feedback dot models import all, and then from I think it's users dot models import all. Yeah, so if I just go ahead and try to say all posts is equal to, I think the name of the model is feedback, so that'll be, yeah, so it'll be all posts equals feedback dot objects dot all. And if I go into all posts, yeah, you'll see that the query set only has one object, which is the object over here, hello world, which we're already displaying. So we're not actually saving anything into the database when we submit this form here. So I don't know, but I don't think we're getting to this part here. We're definitely not getting to here. We're not getting to this part of the code, which means that this over here never triggers. This never here ever triggers, or maybe it does, I'm not really sure. I don't think it does because it's not redirecting us to the, I don't think it's redirecting us anywhere. Let's change this for a minute and see if it'll redirect us to the index. If it does, then there's something wrong up here with this. Maybe it's, let's see what happens and we'll try to figure out afterwards. Let's reload again, and right here test 2, testing. Let's note the URL up here if you suggest a feature. So it's not redirecting us to the index. So basically the flow here is that the code is going into try, and then it's trying to do something, and then it's not being successful. I think that's what the issue is here. It's failing at figuring out what the code is. Okay. So again, we're going into here, user ID, request dot user dot ID. I do believe. I mean, I really do think that's how you get that. And then JSON loads request dot data. This might be where we have some issue here. So let's see. What are we actually sending? We're sending a body. So I think that's what we're missing here. We're not getting the body anywhere. So might be a little bit rusty here with my data structures in Python, but I believe that this is how you would do that. You write in here body. Let me know in the comments if you think I should do a different way, but I'm going to try it out and see. So this would mean that I'll go into the body, and then once I'm in the body, I'll have in there I'll be able to get my title and my description. You know what I want to do as well? Maybe I want to log this data here. Console.log. I think that's what I need here. Let's try and do that. Let's try to do console log before we send it. Console log of what am I logging here? My data? I guess. I don't know. No, this doesn't make any sense. Let's go back here. That's not making too much sense. Data body. The thing is that this would be like a column and row situation, which I'm not sure. Data body title. I think this would be it. I think body title. Let's try that. Let's do it again. So again, test2, testing. So it did submit something up there. It's getting a 302. What is a 302 return? I have no idea what this means. Redirection, so it wants to redirect. I'm not sure what that means in this case. I'm not getting any errors down here. I'm not getting errors over here. If I check again, my database, I still have one object in there, so it's not saving anything. Request.data body. So let's try that and then remove this from here. Remove this from here. Let's try that again. Things seem to be refreshing there. No, so I'm still getting that error, and my query size is still one object, so nothing is being saved. If you guys know the answer here, please let me know. I'm kind of losing at this point. Console log the data just to see exactly what the format is. Test2, testing. So we're logging all this here. So the object should look like this. Description title. So it's what we wrote there. And then it has this whole thing up here. Okay, let's give a different result. But we're sending it like that. So we're sending the object, this whole object goes inside of body. And so a body equals data dot body, or even data of body, and then this body, kind of playing around here at this point, hoping for the best. Let's try again, and we'll take this log out of here. Okay, let's try again. And let's try and see our database again. No, we still have one object. So let's look back here to the previous homework. Where we see that we're sending the body JSON string flag post. But the post network views. So maybe this is the issue here. This is how we're getting the current user, so that could also be an issue. This so that's request.user.id, request.user.id, and then pk equals user ID. That could be the problem actually. Let's see. New feedback. See this users equals user. Let's try it again. That might have been the issue actually. Test 2. Test 2. I'm still getting more or less the same action here, but let's take a look at the database, and no, I still have one object there. Okay, so let's look again in the network. So JSON loads. New post. So it'll be request.body. The request.body in this case would load my data. Exactly, so it'll be my request.body. This will be a body here. So that hold on, network. So the body is actually a JSON envelope, and over here, the envelope is open. The JSON envelope opens the body. Makes sense? So now my feedback, I have the body. So in the feedback here, this has to open the JSON envelope for the body, not the data. This then becomes the data. Makes sense? So the data would be in this here, which I believe the data of each. Take this line out, replace this with data, and data. I think there was no syntax issue here, which might have been resolved now. Let's see. test 2, testing. Ooh, I'm still getting that mistake. Let's load the database again. And now we have one object in there. Maybe if I try reloading the page, test 2, testing. No, it's still a problem. It's still a problem. It's not working out. Okay. Let's keep going here. Again, let's take a look at the previous homework. And so what I'm doing here is I am fetching into new post. Okay, using that method. This all stays the same. And so my body is passing this variable here. I'm passing that variable as a body, and then the body is actually this variable in the envelope. Okay, so basically the body is an envelope, and in my server I am opening that envelope, JSON loads, for the body, which gives me a string in that case. Over here, this data is not a string, a dictionary. So that dictionary has let's see, maybe it would be data.title instead of data. Let's keep trying, man. Just kind of, maybe my syntax is not right. Data.description. Let's try that. Right, so my data here, the body is just this envelope here, right? This is so confusing at this point. I don't know how people do it so bad. I'm trying very hard here, and it's hard. Right, so the body here is this envelope, okay, JSON envelope. Here I am opening the envelope for the request of the yeah, that makes sense. So I'm left with the raw data. This raw data though is this dictionary here. So it'll be data.title, data.description, which is what I wrote here now. Okay, let's see if this works now. Okay, and then user, I'm getting the user ID like that, and I get my user object, and new feedback will be title feedback title, description of the user, and then save it. I mean, it should work. Let's try it now. Testing. I'm still getting this nasty error here. Let's load again. Nope, it's not going through, and this over here is really not helpful. This debugging tool here sucks. Like, I don't know what any of this stuff means. Line 24. Line 24 is this now. Let's see. Data description, title description. This is crazy, like, I have no idea. Maybe the problem is this here. I mean, I don't see how that would be, but I mean, this is a constant in brackets. Wow, that'd be crazy if that was a problem, but JavaScript is very flexible with the syntax. So no, it's still an issue here. And it doesn't tell me what the error is. That's the crazy part. So I have no idea, really. If the request method equals post, try user ID. Maybe I should simplify my try except. What? I did already. user ID equals request.user ID, post body equals do that. No, I mean I keep trying, but I don't really know. This is just not working. Here, like that. That's what I had before, though. I think part of the issue here is the way I'm enveloping all this data here, which is different from the previous homework, and it's whatever ChatGPT told me to do, and I don't think it's right. It's not right. Let's see. Oh, there's nothing in the server. It's not saving it for some reason. Even though it's sending it correctly. The error. JSON.parse unexpected character line 3, column 1 to JSON data. Debugger. What is it telling me here? Nothing. There's nothing there. And what am I gonna see here? It's just a bunch of code. Like I don't. Let's see. So on line 40, which is right here. Right, so this is the issue, apparently. Console error in my feedback. Line 40. Props on reload. Props on reload. I don't know. Let's keep trying. Definitely the problem is this here. This is definitely a big part of the issue here. Body. Let's try that for a second, for a change. Test 2, test 3, no, no. Nope, not working. just taking a wild guess here that this might be the issue because it's defined like somewhere else. Let's try again. Even though I saw before that it was working, actually. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. Let's see. No, it's not working. Doesn't make a difference. It could be outside. Okay. Yeah. Let's try to use the AI and see what it says. What is wrong with this code? It's not working. What was the error message here? Console. Let's see. Errors related to parsing the response being checked servers and ReactJS. Response dot text dot text and then text console log text. Let's see. Not sure what that's gonna do, but okay. Test 2, test 2. What am I looking at here? What did it just spit out here? What is it doing? No idea. Okay. Craziness. Is this a yeah, I mean it is. We did that before. Let's try it again. So we can console.log the data. Let's try again. Yeah, this looks fine. This is exactly how you would have a dictionary. So I guess the error really is coming from the server. So we do take the data out and then is this the correct way to start processing so I need to import JSON. So I have JSON response in here, but I never imported JSON. That's crazy. That was the whole mistake the entire time. So I spent over, let's see how long we've been stringing for 42 minutes, and I had this issue also last time. So let's say for an hour, a good hour of my day went through debugging this crazy thing here, and eventually the solution was that I forgot to import JSON in as a library. Happens. Honestly, I've had it worse. When I was coding back in the days of coding in C at the beginning of CS50, we were coding in C. C is very particular how you finish your definition. So if you're missing the semicolon, or if you put it somewhere where it's not supposed to be, it'll throw an error. And I remember spending hours and hours debugging just to find out that all I was missing was a little semicolon somewhere. Ridiculous. But you know, the server is giving me an answer, which is this answer here. So basically all this code is running and it's returning correctly up to here. As we could see down here, post created successfully. And now we see that it actually fetched again into the server. And now it's presenting me with an array of 2. So if I go into my database here, we'll see that now we have 2 objects in there. So whatever you just wrote in there did in fact go in, and we see here that now we have hello world and test2. Now I'm gonna fix this in a minute. I don't really care too much about how it looks, but you get the idea. Fine. Yeah, this card header, I don't even know, dark. Yeah, let's make something up here. No. Dark text is what we're looking for. I do have in here my static app logged in CSS, and I have no idea. Let's try, how do I dark text in Bootstrap HTML how to. Yeah, let's just add that text dark. We'll do that as a quick patch, and so our post title and post description will be like this. also our P over here. Yeah, we'll save that, we'll reload, and it looks a little bit better now. Now, I'm noticing that my background here is it's working now. Okay, that's what I'm noticing, that it's working now, it's working great. But look, we're making progress here, right? And I would say also in the form, we want to have an H2 of class name equals, and I'm doing class name because that's how you write classes in React. If it was plain old HTML, you just write class without the name. And like that. Save it, reload. It's definitely getting there. I don't like what's in here. Oh, the description. Description. A little bit better, I would say. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better than before. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Let's take a look at our plan here. So basically, we have managed to do all of this. I just want to make a quick change in my models and see if I'm keeping track of whether or not something is in progress. Let's go up here in my models. And I do see that it's in progress, and I want to display that. I do want to display that. So if I go in all post of 1, so let's just call this first post equals all posts of 1, first post dot in progress, what's the difference? Oh, that I have a typo. Progress false. Equals true. And this over here, I will save now. And so this is true now. It should be true. And I want to check in here. Like, I want to write a conditional. Oh, first of all, I gotta bring that back out. So let's look in the, over here. So post in progress. So I can write a conditional down there that, that if it's in progress, then it'll show this little icon. And I could just go ahead and put that, let's say right next to the header. So that would be over here. So we have the title, and over here I want to write a conditional. And I could write this, let's see, I think I could write this, I'm going to try writing it in JavaScript, although I'm not sure. Can I also write it in Django? I'm not really sure. When I say Django, I really mean more like the Jinja syntax that Django uses. Let's take a look at the network real quick. So I don't know if I actually wrote conditionals inside of the return themselves. I think I might need to have different returns for this. So let's go ahead and start building that. It is a little bit tedious, but there isn't really any other way that I know other than having different returns. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm just gonna copy paste this. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna put these into these bracket things, and I'm gonna write the word else before it. Else, okay. Then I'm gonna hit enter a couple times. Gonna make more brackets up here. Okay. And I want to write if something, I'm going to return this, else I'm going to return that. And so here, I'm just returning all this. Just copy paste it. But what am I checking for here? Here, I want to check if okay, I realize I'm making a mistake here. Because I am mapping over the post feed already inside there. So let's go back. Let's keep going back to where we were, right here. Okay, I remember what the syntax should be here. So let's put this on pause for a second. Let's take a look at the previous homework. And you see we have this type of like question mark. We have this weird syntax here of like post.editing else. Okay, I think I figured it out. So that would be post in progress. Right, so that would be over here. Okay, so let's start writing it there. I'm just gonna cut and paste it from here because it is a bit of a weird syntax. I guess I'll copy from here. Fine, so this is our if-else condition that we can put straight in there. It's actually very simple, it's just a weird syntax. So let's get all this. So basically this is what I'm trying to ask for. So I want to check if the post that I'm in, right, so I have these posts here. I'm mapping to each post. If if the post is in progress, the syntax for that is if post is in progress, this question mark means then. So then I want to display here let's just say a P, very simple, that says in progress. Now we could make it a button, or we could make it look just like this. We'll do that later. For now I'm just trying to figure out the backend progress. Okay, and we want to close that off. Else we don't want to display anything. And that's it. Now I want to make sure that that is actually it. Or it could be that I need to have that inside of some brackets. And that's all part of it. See, now it changed color, so that's should be the correct thing now. Let's save that and let's go reload over there. If we reload this now, yeah, and this in progress should be to have a class name equals text dark. Let's just save that, and you see now we have it over here, and this is the one that we set let me see here first. post dot title. Yeah, test 2. Okay, so this is the post that we set in progress. So it's working. Basically, it's just a matter of doing some CSS and all this stuff here to make it look the same as our design, but in general this is working. Okay, and we will do a couple of sessions of just CSS, but for now I just want to make sure that round trip between the front end and the server and then back, that all that is working. Alright, so let's look at our design again. What else are we missing here? So we've got title description, we've got this in progress now. We need a way to upvote it. I think that will be the next thing here. So we want to start displaying here, not here, but we'll probably do it at the bottom, but we want to start displaying the upvotes. So the order really should be that whoever is logged in can upvote, but only if it's not their post. Okay, so okay, and I'm gonna go ahead also here and let's see. Alright, so in this return here, the next thing we need to do is to return a button. So the way to do that is we have a owner ID. We also need to check the current user. Okay, so what I think we're going to do is we're going to leave this for the next session, but we did manage a lot, and by a lot I mean literally all we did today was one line of code, but it happens, and it's a learning curve, and the debugging was intense today, only to find out that all we were missing is importing this JSON library here, which is crazy, but that's part of it. So I am looking forward to see you guys again, and see you in the next live stream.